Hello and welcome to Undead Gaming News, your one-stop shop for all things gaming. I'm your host Zombie, and first up this week, we have the Marvel Disney Showcase. They started it off by announcing Tron Identity. They didn't really show off exactly what the game is, or really anything about it, just that it's available to wishlist on Steam, and will be dropping in 2023. But based on the screenshots on Steam, it appears to be some kind of choice-based narrative game. Next up was Illusion Island, which is also coming sometime 2023 on the Switch, and that's a co-op side-scrolling platformer. And then there was a new gameplay trailer for Midnight Suns, which is coming December 2nd to the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And that one, of course, has XCOM-style combat, and it also has a choice-based plot as well. Although one of the whole things about XCOM is the fact that you could lose your heroes, whereas in Midnight Suns you're playing as actual superheroes, so I doubt you'd be able to lose them. So it'd be interesting to see exactly how that works. And then next up was Strike Force, which is out now on the Android and iOS. And then there was Marvel Snap, which is also coming to the Android and iOS and PC on October the 18th, which is a card game. And then there was Aliens Dark Descent, which is coming 2023 to the consoles and PC. It seems to be a real-time strategy game. And then there was another trailer for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which will be featuring a new standalone story, and that's expected to be sometime 2023. And then next was another look at Return to Monkey Island, which is coming September 19th to the Switch and PC. They showed off a storybook that will recap previous titles that go back 30 years, just in case you haven't played any of those games or if you need a refresher, since it's been so long since one of these games came out. And then next up they announced Gargoyles Remastered will be added to Disney's Classic Games collection. And then they showed off Mirrorverse, which is out now on the Android and iOS. And then next was Speedstorm, which is coming soon, but we don't know how soon, to PC and console, and it's a racing game, of course, to compete with the likes of Mario Kart Racing. And then they had a trailer for Disney's Dreamlight Valley, which came out not too long ago, on the 6th of September. And then they showed off another Avatar game. This one is Avatar Reckoning. It's a mobile game. It's an MMORPG shooter. And then there was a game being made by Skydance New Media that includes 4 heroes, which include Black Panther and Captain America. The other 2 seem to just be an American soldier and a Wakanda warrior. Not much was actually revealed as to the type of game that it is, or even the name of the game, but I would assume that those would come soon. And then next was World of Heroes, which is coming 2023 to Android and iOS. It's being created by Niantic, which is previously known for Pokemon Go, so I would expect there to be a lot of augmented reality within that. And then we had an Assassin's Creed showcase from Ubisoft, where they announced their next mainline Assassin's Creed game, which is Assassin's Creed Mirage, coming 2023. It's set in Baghdad, and it has Basim returning as a younger version of himself, set 20 years before Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You'll see his journey from a street thief into the assassin he becomes throughout that game. And they also showed that the collector's edition of this game will come with a 32cm Basim figure, Basim's brooch, a mini art book, a map of Baghdad, the game's soundtrack on disc, an exclusive steelbook with a code for the deluxe version of the game, with no disc, and you'll also get the DLC that comes with the deluxe edition as well. Then they talked about an update for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, referred to as the last chapter, which will be coming in a few months. And then they announced Assassin's Creed Jade, which is a mobile game set in China, and is the first Assassin's Creed to feature a customizable character, completely customizable to your liking. And then there was Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is being made by Ubisoft Quebec, which is the team behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a premium flagship game, RPG open world, that's set in Japan. And then there was Assassin's Creed Codename Hexe. When it first came up on screen, I thought it was pronounced Hex, but they pronounced it Hexe, so that's the way I'm doing it. It's being made by Ubisoft Montreal, which is the team behind Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Kind of looked horror-esque, which was interesting, but we didn't really get much on it. And then they provided an update for their Project Infinity, which they said is a multiplayer hub for Assassin's Creed fans to connect with each other. And they're also looking at creating standalone multiplayer experiences that will be tied to said hub. And then there was, of course, the PlayStation State of Play as well, which announced Tekken 8, which will be coming to the PS5. All they said was stay tuned, so I guess we'll get more information soon. And then there was Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, which is coming to PSVR 2 in 2023. And then another PSVR 2 game that was shown off was Daimyo, which is a tabletop RPG. So it's good to see that we're actually finally getting PSVR 2 titles announced. Brings us ever so closer to the PSVR 2. And then next up was Like a Dragon Ishin, which has previously been released just in Japan, and it's now, for the first time ever, being released outside of Japan in February 2023 on the PS4 and PS5. It is a Yakuza game, essentially, just without the Yakuza name, made by the same people. It is that brand, basically. And then there was another trailer for Hogwarts Legacy, which is coming February 10th, 2023 to the PS4 and PS5. And then we had Pacific Drive, which is coming 2023 to the PS5. And then Sin Duality, which is also coming sometime in 2023. And then we had a new trailer for Project Eve, which has now had a name change to Stellar Blade. They provided some new gameplay and stated that it would be releasing sometime 2023 as a PS5 exclusive. And then next up was Rise of the Ronin, which is coming sometime in 2024 as a PS5 exclusive. It's made by Team Ninja, who were previously known for the Nioh games, although it reminded me a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. And then next we had another trailer for God of War Ragnarok, which is of course releasing on the 9th of November on the PS4 and PS5. They also announced a God of War Ragnarok controller, which will be dropping on the same day. They also provided an update for the PlayStation Stars loyalty program that they announced back in July. They showed off some of the digital collectibles that you'll be receiving by completing tasks and challenges on the program, and they announced that they will begin the rollout of that program in certain Asian regions in September, and then the Americas and Europe will get it in the weeks that follow. So not too long to wait now. Outside of these showcases, EA has decided to announce that The Sims 4 will permanently be free to play from October the 18th for everyone on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, and of course Xbox One. Anybody who already owns The Sims 4 will be able to get the latest Desert Lux DLC for free via a promotion that will run until October the 17th. And this can be downloaded by logging into the game and claiming it on the main menu. I'm assuming they're doing this simply because if they make the main game free, that increases the player base, which then increases the potential buyers for the DLC packs. Over on Atlus's side of things, they've announced one more edition of Persona 5. It's another version of Persona 5 Royal, as it's coming to Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch and PS5 on October the 21st. They decided to launch a special one more edition of the game for its multi-platform debut. This edition is exclusive to the Switch, PS5, Xbox Series S and X and Xbox One. As the official Atlus shop listing explains, it comes with a physical copy of the game, which includes all previously released DLC as well as a steelbook case. The rest of the collection is full of merchandise stuff, including an art frame, a tote bag based on Akechi, a deck of tarot cards inspired by the game's Arcana, and there's some art prints of the Phantom Thieves, all boxed up in a big treasure chest. A standard edition is of course available as well for these platforms if you want a more standard price, because obviously the one more edition is a collector's thing, so it will be more expensive. Over on Capcom's side of things, they've confirmed that the Resident Evil 4 remake is coming to PS4. In their recent update on the progress of development, they stated, "We are progressing with the development of Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 5 and latest gen systems, and we've been looking into releasing on previous generation hardware as well. I'm here today to tell you that the game is also in development for PlayStation 4, which is great news, because obviously not everyone has a PS5 yet." Over on Activision's side of things, they've confirmed a new mode for Call of Duty, which is DMZ, and it will drop alongside Warzone 2 this November. Activision confirmed the mode after months of rumours and leaks, and they've billed it as an all-new sandbox experience. DMZ and Warzone 2 will be arriving on November the 16th, and in this DMZ mode you will drop into Warzone 2's Al-Mazrah map and set out to accomplish a set number of objectives, and then extract when the time is right. It's also played across the whole map, and the AI is occupying large sections of the map. They patrol areas, occupy strongholds, and will reinforce based on player actions. In addition, you'll have the option to choose the mission or missions that you want to complete, or opt to engage in any number of activities across the open map. Also in the news, we have Square Enix and Platinum Games announcing that Babylon's Fall will shut down within its first year. The statement reads, "It is with deep regret to inform you that we will be terminating the game service on February the 27th, 2023. As a way of expressing our gratitude to all of our players, we plan to implement as many events and other initiatives as we can, leading up to the end of the service. After the service ends at 11 PM Pacific time, you will no longer be able to play the game. All gameplay data on the servers will be deleted following the termination of the service." They're of course doing this because the game completely bombed and was dragged through the mud, so it's not profitable for them to keep the servers open, which is unfortunate. But in other news, Ubisoft is running a promotion for their service Ubisoft Plus, making it completely free, and it's currently live and will run until October the 10th, during which you'll get access to the full library, which is over 100 games, old and new, which includes the special editions with all the associated DLC and season passes. When the trial ends, you will have to decide whether you want to stay and pay for the subscription, or just cancel it outright. Ubisoft Plus is only available on PC, or if you go for the more expensive multi-access option via Google Stadia, then you can stream on any device without worrying about a download or even your PC specs, because obviously You'll just need to worry about your internet connection, of course, because you'll be streaming the game. We also have a new Humble Bundle. This time it's a 2K themed Humble Bundle deal. This one will help support Covenant House, which is a charity that focuses on providing food, shelter, immediate crisis care and ongoing services to homeless and trafficked young people. So for only $16 or £13.52, you can walk away with over 24 games for PC. The games included in the bundle are Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition, XCOM Ultimate Collection, which includes XCOM, XCOM 2, and of course, XCOM 2's DLC, Chimera Squad. There's also PGA 2K21, Sid Meier's Civilization 6. There's also Bioshock the Collection, which is Bioshock, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite. And then there's Mafia Definitive Edition, Railroad Tycoon 3, Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum Edition, Sid Meier's Railroads, Duke Nukem Forever Collection, WWE 2K Battlegrounds, Civ City Rome, The Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour, XCOM Complete Pack, Hidden and Dangerous Action Pack, Hidden and Dangerous 2 Courage Under Fire, and finally Army Men RTS. All of those games for $16 or £13.52 to help support Covenant House. And for our final story, we have the long-awaited sequel to Breath of the Wild finally being announced. Its name has officially been revealed as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There was a lot of debate over the name, whether it was Tears or Tears, but Nintendo confirmed it is Tears, as in crying. They didn't really show off much of the game, it was mainly just the announcement of the title, but they did state that it will be releasing on May 12th, 2023. So I'd expect some kind of gameplay trailer to follow suit within a couple of months or so. But that's all we have time for today. If you have any thoughts on anything discussed this week, please leave it in the comment section below as always, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.